additional 7.7 million from exercise on
Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 28th. Here is a look at our futures as we head into the day. You can see here that we are red. We are up off of the lows from the overnight. And actually, I'm going to go back to the little quad that we have because this has the overnight price action. And look at this. We had this gap down here. We've talked about this gap I don't know how many times. But take a look here. You can see that we filled it. Now, this gap will remain on the chart unless we come down and fill it during market hours. So that will stay there. But it is worth noting that we did go down and used the lower part of that gap and then bounced up, right? We also had news that the European Union is going to be doing a bond buyback, which helped push us up, up off of those lows. And we actually, when I first got up, we were actually green a little bit in on the Dow. We're a little bit red now, but we were green. All right. So anyway, futures, that's what they're looking like. All right. We also have the NASDAQ. Oh, let's try that again. NASDAQ futures here. NASDAQ futures looking very similar. Again, put in lows, up off of those lows, and kind of holding here around the lows of the last few days. All right, real quick, let's talk about Lilly. Lilly had some news overnight. They spiked higher following the Biogen drug slows Alzheimer's progression in the trial. Now, there's a lot of controversy over this drug as to whether or not it actually works, the cost of it. So there's a lot swirling around it. Nonetheless, this morning, let's see what it looks like. We're going to go ahead, put on a 1-day, 5-minute, and allow for the extended. There you go. The news came out, hit a high of 340 here in the pre-market. It's sitting at 338 right now. Okay, so now the question is, if you're in this with me, well, how do you figure out where to put your sell? If you want it to sell, maybe just right at the open, capture the profit, and not fuss with it. I am in the 1021 Lilly 320 call, and I'm in at $10, so $1,000, right? Okay, so this is what we do. We go over here. I trade. I work my trades in E-Trade. So we're gonna go over here and look at the chain, and we see here. This is the one I'm in, and this is where we're trading about 336 now. Okay, so this is not an exact science, but it's a very quick way to guesstimate where to set a sell. So first thing I'm going to do is look here, see what, so this is the one I'm in. I need to know my delta, my theta to a lesser extent in this particular case, and the last trade. Those are the two things that I am looking at here. All right, so I'm going to take the current trading price, and I'm just going to put it in at 337. It's going to change, but we're just going to say 337. And what is yesterday's close? Okay, we see this here. Yesterday's close was at 311.10. So we're going to take 337, subtract 311.10, and we come up with 25.96. 25.96. So that is the difference. We're going to take that 25.96 and multiply it by our delta. So here, delta is 0.72. So times 0.72 gives us $18. We're going to say $18.64. It's not exact, but $18.64, $18.65. Okay, so then we're going to take that and just add the last trade, which was at 886. We should set our sell approximately at $27.50. Now, don't forget, we do have some theta to consider here, but with the news, it's going to probably move very, very quickly, and there's a good chance that, you know, this may just sell right off. We've seen that plenty of times. The news is in, people take their profits and let it run. So, up to you what you decide to do. You can likely get a $27 sell in there. And again, I entered them at 10, so that is an incredibly nice profit, nearly 300%. I wouldn't be upset with that. So that is what we are going to watch here at the open. So hopefully you've either wrote that down. If not, I can certainly do a video on how to figure out where to price your option. Of course, it works the same to the downside. If that is, if you are looking, like if you were in an Apple call overnight and you wanted to know where it was going to open up today, you would take it and just flip it around, and you're going to be subtracting, right? So, okay, hopefully that all made sense. Now, what am I watching for today? Let me go ahead, take this all off. Boom. Boom. Obviously, we're going to be watching Lilly. Twitter on the move here this morning and swirling around all kinds of Elon Musk news. They reset the deposition after having canceled it. So it's taking place, I think, the second week in October, like the 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that. I don't know. So anyway, Tesla or Twitter is on the move. It's trading at 42.50 right now, so well above yesterday. A couple others that still looking good. They came in a little bit here, but the resort stocks on the Macau reopening. So these are, you know, gaming resorts. So Wynn, LVS. I still like both of these. I really like that candle in LVS, and it's a pretty easy trader. So keep an eye on that. I will be watching Apple for a reversal. It got hit by some pretty harsh news. It's trading about 147 right now. When I did my wrote it up, it was trading around 146.50. So it is coming up off of some lows, but it got hit with news about lack of demand, which is funny because just like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we heard that there was great demand for the 14. Now we're hearing there isn't. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt as to what actually is happening. But there you go. Keep an eye on it. I'm going to watch that for a reversal. We also have Cheerios still looking like, we've talked about this several times, still looks like a daily bull flag, so we'll keep an eye on that. And this may be a little bit more resistant to any sort of recession. Also Walmart, right? Recession talk constantly on the analyst lips here. So Walmart, BJ, really like this one. And then cost as well. So keep an eye on all of those. To the downside, we're really going to watch if the Treasury yields continue to creep here today. Definitely watch downside on any sort of tech trade because it definitely weighs on any sort of tech trade. All right, that is it for me here this morning. I'll be keeping it pretty light here today, other than working my way out of Lilly. And I will let you know when I do get that sell put in. All right, I hope you have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, reach out, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com.